better wealth, more scholarships, more jobs in this country. Taiwan, one of our major friends, has done well for us through our foreign policy. And so too is Cuba and Venezuela, Europe and North America. We have made tremendous gains from all these countries, all because of our sound foreign policy. And so, equal to that is that I want to say to you that the only prime minister this country has seen to have given recognition to the Garifuna people is Dr. Ralph Gonsalves as prime minister of this country.
We got a country to build, and if we don't do it, who will?
I say, yesterday, I had the opportunity to be at the I.A.N. International Airport, where a Garifuna lounge was established at the I.A.N. International Airport. A lounge was established in honor of the indigenous peoples of this country. The Prime Minister made recognition to other things reflecting the indigenous peoples and the path they have traveled over the years. Our first national hero was Joseph Chattoyer. And so, that was done in 2002, immediately when we got into government. And all of the other things that would have been done in recognition of the indigenous peoples of this country. We got to give it up to Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, because I say to you, an NDP government will not and has never ever recognized the Garifuna and the indigenous peoples of this country. That is why I say, ride them, ride them, ride them, ride them, ride them, we go ride them, we go ride them, we go ride them.
Ride on, Labour, ride on. 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 When I was a little boy and election comes around, everybody dancing and singing this song, yes. When I was a little boy and election comes around, everybody jumping and chanting this song. They chanted, ride on, Labour, ride on. Ride on, Labour, ride on. Ride on, Labour, ride on. Ride on, Labour, ride on.
Comrades, we came into government in 2001. And when we entered the cabinet, it was a hard task. The Prime Minister told us we have 1 year's work to do in 1 month. And we have 20 years work to do in 5 years. You know what that meant? It meant many years, many nights. I had to be leaving Kingstown 10 and 11 and 12 o'clock at night, and to be back in Kingstown by 8 and 9 in the morning. It wasn't an easy task. Why? Because the economy of this country in 2001 was at its lowest. Things were hard. Poverty was 27%. Today it is 3%. So when they come and tell you things are hard, tell them the lie. The lie, oi! The lie, oi! There is an individual who contested the elections in 2001. And under her post, she keeps saying, and her post was just a week ago, that this country, people can't even eat. They can't buy food. What a woman. The lie,
Bad-minded.
the lie.
Some people bad-minded. Bad-minded. Some people bad-minded. Bad-minded. Some people bad-minded. Bad-minded. Some people bad-minded.
Comrades, the NDP claimed that the economy was better under them, but then you had the highest poverty. Comrades, I don't know how many of you could remember. I used to be working with the Banana Growers Association then. And when farmers turn up to cut bananas on a Monday and Tuesday morning, 4 and 5 and 8 and 9 months of bananas gone. Because things were difficult. Things were difficult. But this administration has improved the lifestyle, the well-being of all Vincentians, making it much better, giving us a better way of life, all through St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Stronger than before. Stronger than before. I'll show you my heart is pure. Oh yes, better than before.
I said to you, education was at the lowest level. In 2000, the Minister of Education, in a budget speech, said that the educational system was at its worst. That we need to revise and to revamp the education system. He said so. It is in the Hansard, in the parliament. And today, it's thousands of scholarship that is being given to students all over St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Healthcare was at its worst. And for people like me, and for people from the North Windward area, above the Dry River, we knew what transpired then. Because many times you got to the river, you can't cross. I see babies were born at the river at Rabaka. We have improved on all of that. Today, one can be in Kingstown and want to go to Fancy. You can leave anytime, any hour you want. Those are improvements that we have made. The infrastructure is tremendously improved. But I say to you, this country is on its right path. We cannot afford to allow the NDP to take control of this country. Otherwise, we'll be going back not only 20 years, but 40 years. And so, our country is on a path of development. We have moved this country from one of the poorest in 2001 to now one of the best countries in the Caribbean, to the extent that we are moving St. Vincent to a first world status. Give it up for your Prime Minister and your government. Give it up for your Prime Minister and your government.
I'm searching for a better way. I'm searching for a better day.
Comrades, Labour has been working for you. We have increased more jobs in this country. I see more people from Sandy Bay, from Georgetown, from Connery, moving into Kingstown and further on a daily basis because there are more jobs available today. Our social security has improved tremendously. When we came to government, public assistance was $50. $50 per month. The NDP for 17 years raised it from $40 to $50 for 17 years. Well, we are in government for almost 25 years and we have moved it from $50 to in the region now of about $360 per month. That is more than 5 times, than 7 times rather. So that Labour has been working for you. And Labour will continue to work for you. Because this is the commitment that your party in government has made to you.
Government, Labour. Labour forever.
And so, comrades, I want to say to you, some of you may have some grouses because of the policies of this government in enhancing your livelihood that you may not have gotten all that you wanted. But if you vote the other side, you're not going to get anything at all. So I ask you and I encourage you to reconsider your position because only Labour can offer you the benefits you're looking forward to. So I urge you, on November the 27th, 2025, when you go to the polls, vote no other person than Dr. Ralph Gonsalves in this constituency of North Central Windward. And for all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, when you go to the polls, vote Labour. Vote Labour. Vote Labour. Because it's only Labour working for you. Good night and have a great night. Thank you very much. Labour. Labour.
Labour, Labour working for we. On the hills they're blazing. Labour, Labour working for we. Down the road they're trotting. Labour, Labour working for we. All the comrades waving. Labour, Labour working for we. To them to the six. From the ashes on the ground to rebuilding after barrel storm. Labour is working for we. Labour is working for we. Housing repairs and construction, thousands in tuition assistance. Labour is working for we. Labour is working for we. Injection. around, see what we've done. Roads, zoos, clinics, work well done. Every challenge we face is strong. With the people's power we can't go wrong. Farmers rising, youth inspired. The nation's future we've rewired. With Vincentian pride we sing. Under the red flag here freedom reigns. Stand up, stand tall. Together we can do it all. From Fancy to Union Island, ULP leads the island. Forward together, ULP forever. Building the dream, we stronger than ever. Hands in the air, wave them proud and free. Labor love for SVG. Forward together, ULP forever. One heart, one nation now and forever. Progress, peace, prosperity. That's the Labor legacy. Hit them for six, hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for six, hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for six, hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Labor at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. Labor at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. Comrade at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. The comrade at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear him labor, labor. And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear him the NDP over yonder. Every day.
Comrades, that was the man who they can't out. The man had to retire hurt. No, he wasn't even hurt. He had to retire in good health. In very good health. Thank you, Minister Daniel, for a very good recap of all your performances over the years. Comrades, one thing I got from that speech, the resilience of the comrade. I usually call him, you ever see the sitcom Mission Impossible? I usually call the comrade Mission Possible. There is nothing that comes before this man that he doesn't find it possible to get done. I remember growing up in this village. We used to play on a little stony ground across on Pasha. Crystal, remember that? You were born then? Your father used to play in it. Now you go over there, we had to move all the big stone. We have a beautiful playing field. Everybody thought it was not possible, but Mission Possible made it possible to give the people of South Rivers a beautiful playing field on Pasha. Give me some hand there, boy. One more example, you know. When the bridge over Dry River, and they don't like to hear us talk about the bridge over Dry River, they thought that was impossible. But Mission Possible said, nah, we will make it possible. Now driving across is like going on a highway. Like when I was in Toronto, it's like going on the 401. Give me a hand then, man. Come on, man. Let me lively up the thing. So, I made those 2 points to tell you that what we have here is good governance and a prime minister with a team of men and women who have always made things possible so that you can live a better life in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You hear us talking about the Human Development Index. That is not a tribute to the government so much, you know. It's a tribute to the life that you live because of the policy of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mr. DJ, let me get some music there, man. They're talking plenty, man. Come on. The Human Development Index. It sounds like three lovely big words. Simply put, the Human Development Index is how you live and the lifestyle you enjoy because we educated the children of your kids. We give them a better education. We give you better houses. We improve your standard of living and increase that measure. It's just a number. But all it is a number that measures the lifestyle that we were able to enjoy in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We were able to surpass many countries in the Caribbean. Many countries in the Caribbean because the Prime Minister and his cabinet made policies, social policies, developmental policies to make your life a better life.
It's for labor, for who? Labor. Everybody, mother, labor of the world and live up.
So take the credit, you know. Don't give the government all the credit. You take the credit, you own that. You earn it and you own it. You earn it and you must own it. And we're not going to turn back. We're going to go from high to very high soon. But the only way we can get there is to make sure we give the comrade the number one. Give me the 6 sign there, boy. Tonight is not my night for speeches. I'm just the chairman. But I feel emboldened because I dey home. I come from ground zero. So I have to represent the people in ground zero. Sergeant West Master, let me hear you on.
Coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever.
If there's one party afraid horn, you know. One party afraid horn is we. So blow your horn. We don't turn we back on the horn, you know. We face the horn. On the platform, we have youth, experience, brain, and everything. We have a beautiful young lady who is the Deputy Speaker of the House. She's a lawyer, a professional, and she's a product of the education revolution. Give me some horn as we welcome Ashel Senator.
Anyway, so close, but so far away. Everything that you always dreamed of, close enough for you to taste, but you just can't touch. You wanna show the world, but no one knows your name yet. You're anywhere and how you gonna make it. You know you can if you get the chance. In your face, and the door keeps slamming. Now you're feeling more and more frustrated, and you're getting all kind of impatient. Waiting, we live and we learn to take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love.
Good night, my labor warriors. Let me hear some horns. If it's one thing we in this party, we're not afraid of horn at all. If you know that on the 27th of November, this party is going to be re-elected for a 6th time, let me hear it.
Horn, afraid horn, afraid horn back, afraid horn. Afraid but back.
I'm so happy to see all of you here tonight, up here in this constituency. I want to invite you. There's a nice crowd. We have a nice vibe here. So if you are at home, come on down and fellowship with your comrades. I'm so happy to be here tonight in the Mecca of labor. North Central Windward is the Mecca of labor. And this government would not be in power for the past 24 years if it is not for this constituency. Let me hear some hearts.
this country. Young people didn't have no hope. Since ULP take over, it became their savior. Young people like have a lot of hope.
Anyone can rule my country with the right capability. They could be white, yellow, or black. They ain't having no problem with that. Right now, my country making progress, which means the leader is very blessed, who behaving like the power possess. I believe they want to feather their nest. What you do now?
Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning.
Burn them with your vote on election day.
And when you vote for your party, remember who you will be.
Burn them with the fire all the way. Keep the fire burning.
Burning.
Keep the fire burning.
Burn them with your vote on election day.
And when you vote for your party,
Remember to vote ULP.
Burn them with the fire all the way.
The education revolution is doing well for our nation. The past wasn't so pleasant, but I'm impressed with the present. And if we continue how we going, our student loan money keep flowing. We'll be extra proud to go out tension to be the most.
Over 4,000 farmers had already left the banana industry. So we got a bad hand, in a sense. But Saboto was one of the persons, in fact, the main person, who had been given the task to revolutionize the way we look at farming. And he has not only changed it, but he has made it possible for us to continue to exist as an agricultural country, despite all the problems that we've had. He has modernized the way we look at farming and agriculture. And he continues to innovate and to look for markets and to tell you how to deal with the new times with respect to agriculture. Because people talk, agriculture dead, agriculture that, but we're still feeding the Caribbean and we're feeding ourselves.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
I've seen 3 public meetings in this area already. I've been at 2. And more, you see how people are coming out and supporting this party and this candidate. Because the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are beginning to understand that the ULP is a natural party of governance here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Keep it. Right now, my country making progress.
keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning.
Burn them with your vote on election day.
And when you vote for your party.
When the NDP started off last year, hot and sweaty on the campaign trail, they had a narrative that they will increase everything, increase salaries, increase the number of people employed, etc., etc. And when you ask them how they're going to do that, they say they're going to sell passports. Nowadays, that narrative is changing. In fact, the narrative has changed. You no longer hear them boasting about that. Because, as I said before, the the bucket bottom that held the bucket that held this CBI is no longer available to them. Even countries and leaders who have benefited early from CBI are telling you now that Comrade Ralph was right when he said we ain't touching that.
Keep them out, keep them out. They ain't have no plan, keep them in the opposition.
Because we don't want to water down our sovereignty, we're installing our citizenship because that's sacred. But the NDP wants to put a knapsack on somebody's back and walk all around the world, passport for sale. And those are the people who get the money. And the country doesn't benefit in the end. They have stopped that now. But what is happening? NDP is realizing now that the red ants are surging. We are stirring up. We are coming forward. And therefore they are looking for other things to say.
When my pencil on the exits for labor, for who? Labor. Everybody! Mother! Labor of the world and live up. Mother!
They are confused. They are in a quandary. They don't know what to do now. Every morning they come up with something new. Whether it is $500 for a baby, or whether they want to take VAT off of something that didn't have VAT in the first place. Whatever it is, they are scrambling, grabbing at straws. You will find now that you will start to be the same NDP that you knew in 2020. They'll start to talk about becoming very personal, looking for all kind of lies and propaganda and innuendos, falsehoods, all about, to talk about candidates. Look out for them, you know. Look out for them when they bring all these things to you, because you ought to know better.
Bad mind, keep your distance. No hypocrite can be my friend. If them know, them be all. Bad mind, boy.
They are now joining up with their counterparts in other countries, particularly in one country in the Caribbean, to bring to you lies about the Prime Minister and House and all kind of things. But as time goes on, you will understand how the NDP is working. They want to win government by cussing you, by lying on you, and by lying to you. But that ain't gonna work, because the ULP is moving forward. There's a new movement, there's a new spirit, there's a new energy, and we will win these elections on that.
Hey, Friday, where is the thing you promised me? Remember Friday, the big fat 100 grand you promised me. Hey, Friday, where is the thing you promised? Remember Friday, the 100 grand you promised me. All the students affected by the disaster.
They're trying to derail our campaign because they are frightened by it. But they ain't derailing this train.
Certainly, it's been all parts of that amazing process, transforming the way.
We had other things lined up. We wanted to change the way we looked at tourism. The economy had to move on. So a football group anywhere, they sit down and they plan something because you have to. What kind of ad hoc pick-up side is this? They can't tell you what they're going to do for St. Vincent and the Grenadines with respect to economic development. How people are going to be empowered. How are we going to advance the society? They can't tell you that. But they can tell you who got house in Trinidad.
We're gonna chase those crazy ballets out of town. Chase those crazy ballets out of town.
Comrades, we can't run a government on commerce, bad mind, and lies. We can't do that. We are serious people. We have to be serious. This is the middle, well, not the middle, but we're deep into the 21st century. And things are happening that we have no control over. But we have to find ways of treating with the new environment. So you need serious people. You need proper leadership at all levels in the society, particularly political leadership. And nobody can say that we don't have the best political leader in the entire Caribbean.
Labor working for we. Labor is working. Labor working for we. Labor working for we. Labor is working. I say the choice is clear. Say Chevy is here to stay.
We want a steady ship to ride these rough waters. And we have been in rough waters. Our special period, which started around 2019, 2020, included disasters such as the Soufrière eruption, the pandemic, and also recently we had burial. But in between that, there were shocks. International shocks, economic shocks. We had to ride those waves, but we had a steady hand. We had a steady hand in the leadership of this country. I am confident that were it not for the leadership of Ralph Gonzalez and the ULP during this special period, St. Vincent and the Grenadines would have sunk deeper than it is.
We stand strong. Yeah, we stand strong. Stand up like.
Another area of planning. We know if you have to go certain ways, if you have to go certain places, if you have to take our development serious, we had to educate the population. Because whereas in places like Barbados, they had secondary education as far back as the 1700s, we got our first school in 1902, nearly 200 years later. So we had a deficit there. We had to empower our people through education. Therefore, we initiated the education revolution, which the NDP opposed. So today, we have scores, hundreds of intentions who have taken advantage of the education revolution. All the opportunities which are there. That was planning. So when we talk about having a plan, that is what we're talking about. Because we can't go forward. We cannot continue to treat with our environment the way we were. Today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is emerging as one of the most progressive nations in the entire Caribbean.
Police, comrade, how you have them, watch how you have them, comrade, straight six, squeeze them, how you have them, comrade, squeeze them, how you have them, they can't sleep, they cannot eat, they mind is so and so.
We have put a lot of emphasis on people because we are a center, a people-centered organization, a people-centered party. And most of what we put our hands to in this country, we think about people first. People first. Whether it is dealing with the elderly, whether it's dealing with the preschoolers, whether it's dealing with the ordinary man on the street, we think about them first. And our policies are there to ensure that they are taken up to par all the time. And many of you here can attest to that. Many of you here have people who have benefited from the policies of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines under the ULP. There are a lot of people who walk around saying, "Me not get this, me not get that." I'm always asking you to think deeply. Look at the policies. See how you could take advantage of them. See how you've benefited without even knowing it. Because a lot of things are taken for granted in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's take health, for instance. Once upon a time, you had to go overseas for dialysis if you had kidney problems. You had to pay a passage. You had to pay the passage of the people who accompany you. You have to pay for accommodation. You have to pay doctor fees. You have to pay everything else. The fees for the care and the treatment.
Yes, too far to turn back now.
Can't turn back at all.
Too far to turn back.
Forward ever.
We marching you
Backward
and
never.
me on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're too far to turn back.
You know how far this country has come. You know where you want this country to go. You've heard the vision of taking St. Vincent and the Grenadines towards first world status by 2030, but in the next 15 years, I'm sorry. The Prime Minister has articulated that by saying that the services that you get in Toronto and London and New York, you can get them here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the next 15 years. Because we're working towards that. That's the plan we have. That is why the NDP is talking commerce. Because they can't match the plan. They can't plan anything at all. So they have to talk commerce.
Dreams of brighter days. Higher
also have a plan, which you have heard over and over again, that by 2030, by the year 2030, there will be a person with a bachelor's degree in every household in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we are on track to achieve that.
Give them the big six. Give them the big six.
All the neighbors shouting, labor, labor, working for we. On the hills they're blazing, labor, labor, working for we.
And how did we go about that? We planned. We built schools. We had universal secondary education. Everybody who is eligible will go into a secondary school on leaving a primary school. Before it was only what? 40%. What happened to the other 60%? They fell by the wayside. But we planned for this. So we're moving from a situation where only 40% of the children leaving school, primary school, would go into a secondary school, to a point where every household in this country on average would have a person with a degree.
Jaja, me love you. Thank you for life, Jaja. Oh yeah, I feel so happy today. Yeah. Thank you for.
Listen to this. Every country in the world which has developed, which has gone on, which can be considered an advanced country, a first world country, every one of them had to put emphasis on education. Every one of them. You ain't getting no way if your population not educated. And that is why we're doing that. If you want to get somewhere, let's educate the youth. And I'm not just talking about education with respect to the academics, you know, to go into the professions like medicine and law, etc., etc. I'm also talking about another pathway towards self-actualization. TVET. Look at the number of schools we have doing TVET, technical education. We have that too. So if you don't want to go this way, you can go that way and then still become somebody who is independent in the society.
And if you're not in progress, don't come around here. I'm so focused this year. I'm gonna get my share.
That is because we are a progressive party, and also because we are a party with a plan. A party with a plan to develop St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The other party does not have a plan. If they have one, they hide in it. It's under the bed, because we ain't hear it yet. I don't know what they intend to do when they come, if God forbid, they become the government in this country. I don't know what they plan to do. I know they ain't coming to no government, but I'm just telling you that that's one of the reasons they ain't coming to government. Because they ain't got no plan. None at all. And they keep saying, the man with the plan, the man with the plan. The only man with the plan in this country here, the only man in leadership in the plan is the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. He has a plan for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
So I told you about leadership. And how important leadership is.
When my pencil mark the exits for labor, for who? Labor. Everybody, labor of the world, live up. Mother, comrade of the world.
Those assistants. Big crowd. Labor!
When my pencil mark the exits for labor, for who? Labor. Everybody, mother, labor of the world, live up. Mother, comrade of the world.
So, we've discussed leadership and how important it is. We've discussed the party and the philosophy of the party. Now let's talk about candidates now. Look at this platform. This is only part of the platform of the ULP. Only part, a small part. But look at it. You see, Sister Grace here, we have women of quality and of caliber on our platform. We have others, you know. But right on this platform now, we have Sister Grace. And North Windward will not make the mistake of putting NDP into power. Grace is coming home. So we have women and we have youth. The youngest candidate in these elections is here, Darren. And we have experience, youth, of course, and also experience mixed up together. You know who that is. So go to Caesar. We don't bring any and anybody on our platform, you know. When you come to our platform, you have to have substance and quality. We have that on this platform tonight. We have it on every single platform that we have in this campaign, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yesterday was labor, today's labor, so it's labor. Yesterday was labor, today's labor, so then tomorrow, then tomorrow, then tomorrow, when we shouting labor, forever red we say, forever labor, forever red we say, forever.
So when you look at the two political parties vying for your vote, come 27th of November, there's absolutely no comparison. You have no choice. You have no choice, really. You either vote for a party that will take you backwards, that will confuse you, that will take back the gains that we've made over the last 25 years, or you vote for a party which is going to take you forward into the 21st century, further than we are now in the 21st century. That party is the Unity Labour Party. But remember, we could blow as much horn as you want. You could make as much noise as you want. You could wish as much as you want. You have to vote. You have to go out and vote. You cannot stay home. You cannot stay home. Tell your family, your relatives, your neighbors, come vote for Saboto, because Saboto represents progress, represents empowerment, represents advancement, represents development of the country. Vote Saboto. That is what we want. We want you to vote. And we're asking you to vote. Because your future rides on your vote. The future of your children rides on your vote. The future of your grandchildren, generally of your country, rides on your vote on the 27th of November, 2025. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Red blood in rebellion. Put your hands in the air. Yesterday was labor, today's labor, so we say labor. Yesterday was labor, today is labor. So then tomorrow, then tomorrow, then tomorrow, where we shall labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say. Celebrate, jump up, jump up, celebrate, jump up, jump up, jump up. It's extra, jump up, jump up.
Comrades, that was Jimmy Prince. You see how he could talk freely and confidently? You could tell that he's a man that ain't got anything to worry about at all. Jimmy, they tell me Jimmy ain't even going on the road election day. He will just wake up, go vote for himself, and go back home and lay down, do till later on. Say, wake me up when the results done. I done win. Comrades, let me say good night to the comrades coming in from North Windward.
When my pencil mark the exits for labor, for who labor? Everybody, mother, labor of the world and live up. Mother, comrade of the world and live. Everybody, every labor man and woman, show me all your hand and hand. If you're ready for election, show me every hand and hand. Every labor man and woman, show me all your hand and hand. You're ready to win the next one.
Welcome to Mount Grenon. I want to bring now, and I know they come in specially for this, so I want to hold you up any longer. I want to bring now the amazing Grace to the microphone. Our Royal Highness.
No, I
NDP headache.
in defense of your future. All the things that you have worked for, you're going to make sure that your children and grandchildren benefit from those things. That is why we have elections, so that you make decisions to defend what you have worked for. When you go to the polls, it's one thing you go in. You're not going to even look for the other symbol. Don't even look for the other symbol. Star is the symbol. Star is the symbol. When all the stars align, you mark your X. Don't touch the box. Make sure the X, don't mark it with such vengeance that you're going to spoil it. Make a nice X. You fold the ballot paper. You come outside. Make sure that X is counted to re-elect the ULP.
On the campaign, we on the campaign, and vote back ULP again. Defend your leaders, defend your country, defend your party, defend your game. On the campaign, we on the campaign.
We gotta own the campaign and own your future, because the ULP is working hard for your future. The other thing I want you to talk about before I bring on the performer. You would agree that this year Carnival was probably the best we have had for a long time. Blow me your horn if that is true. So that is part of the orange economy, where creatives... Blow your horn, blow your horn. Yes!
We coming in stronger than ever. We coming in stronger than ever. Yeah, I said so.
6 in a row.
Everybody start jumping till Till
Comrades, you would agree that we had the best carnival this year. You know why? Because we had young people, young creative minds. Because they're educated. The education revolution isn't just bookwork. It's practical things. Putting into practice what you have studied and learned. These guys put together a beautiful package and we all enjoyed it. So this government has a track record of protecting and nurturing and making sure that the orange economy is going to bring these young people jobs. You see them performing at Sandals every night. So with that said, I'm going to bring on stage one of our young creatives, a magician in dancing. I love this young lady. I love her moves. She has inspired so many young people. And I want to call on stage Shanika. Shanika. She want me to twist up my mouth and say, Kwa. Okay, it's Shanika. She's going to do some creative dancing for us.
Love your bad, love your bad, love your bad, love your bad, love your bad. I go do anything for you 'cause I love your bad. Find the highest mountain 'cause I love your bad. Give you all that I have 'cause I love your bad. I love your bad, I love your bad. Do anything for you 'cause I love your bad. Find the highest mountain 'cause I love your bad. Give you all that I have 'cause I love your bad. I love your bad, I love your bad. Anything you want, you get it. your 40 people. Loving you, they make me forget, say I get problem. By the end of
Red blood in repair. Put your heart in the air. Yesterday was labor, today's labor, so we say labor. Yesterday was.
Okay, I dance like that, so don't try, eh? Don't ask me to dance. South Rivers, you can claim her. Her grandmother was from South Rivers. Yes, man. Talent, eh? But you know, the funny thing is, a lot of people live in the metropole, North America or wherever, Europe. They pay hundreds of dollars. They pay hundreds of dollars to see this kind of performance because that's what the creative industry do. They make their money. They want to be entertained. People like that. So we training them. We training them so they could make money from being exposing what they can do. Give another round of applause. Blow some horn for Shaniqua. So this meeting is also about you guys, right? This is about you guys. We have three more speeches to come, but I know you've been listening to speeches. I think we should take a 5 minutes break for some music. What do you think? And you go dance, right? Yeah, man, let me get some music, DJ.
Red blood in repair. Put your heart in the air. Yesterday was labor, today's labor, so we say labor. Yesterday was labor, today's labor. So then tomorrow, then tomorrow, then tomorrow, when we shouting labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say. So now we jump up, jump up, jump up, and celebrate. Jump up, jump up, jump up. It's extra. Jump up, jump up, jump up, and celebrate. Jump up, jump up. It's exciting. I want to tell you something. I want to show you something. The man don't ring the bell. We ready and we counting. The economy pumping. Labor party walking. Them cannot tell we nothing. Them cannot tell we nothing. Red is we go down. Red is we life. Red is we spirit. Red is we vibe. So put your hand up. Show me them hand. Yesterday was labor. Today's labor. So we say labor. Yesterday was labor. Today's labor. So then tomorrow, then tomorrow, then tomorrow, when we shouting labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say forever labor. Forever red, we say. So now we jump up. They call me labor, never. Labor in my veins and my liver. They call me labor, never. Show me the 5 finger, them higher. 5 by them.
Comrades, your candidate believes in you. Your candidate is asking you to continue to trust him, to continue to support him, because your candidate wants you to own your future. Your candidate wants your children to progress. Your candidate wants the constituency to move forward with the development, just as the rest of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You got to support your candidate. Support to Caesar.
We win election. 2005, last inside the backside. 2010, we beat them again. 2015, 2025 next again. We don't leave where we come right. Show me your hands. We don't leave where we come right. Swing it over your hands.
Comrades, the Honorable Jimmy Prince
just spoke. And we are appealing to you, the support that you're giving to us every time we have a public meeting. Every time we have a rally, feeds our energy. It helps.
Election day. When you vote for your party, remember to vote on them with the fire.
They like to talk about who loves power and who loves power. But comrades, I am telling you, have you ever seen a team such as the Unity Labour Party more willing, more ready to serve you, and who have given every single thing that they have, keeps giving and keeps pouring into you like this team? Perfect team. Service is at the helm of their mantra. Service is at the helm of the Unity Labour Party's priorities and plans. And you, the people, are at the center of all the plans, because this party is working for all our way.
Yesterday was labor, today is labor. So then tomorrow, when we shouting labor, forever.
Comrades, this is a party that will continue to ensure that sin to pay for health care even before we pick up the phone and call for the ambulance. We'll have to pay for health care even before we enter the dialysis rooms. We'll have to pay for health care even before we go forward to delivering our babies. Comrades, we cannot allow that to happen.
You're too bad, my youth, you're too bad, you're too bad, my youth, you're too bad, Why make you see yourself? Why make you see yourself? Bad,
Comrades, this party wants to keep St. Vincent and the Grenadines free. The party wants to help each of us to continue to own our future. This party wants to continue to help our youth to become the best person they can be.
Welcome, Prime Minister.
Hit them for six. Hit them for
Welcome
six.
home
This
to
time
South
is
Rivers.
20 licks. Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is 20 licks. Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is 20 licks. Lay back your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. Lay back
The comrade leader is here.
Comrade that you do.
Welcome the general.
The comrade that you do. Nothing boom.
The general is here.
And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear it.
How was that?
And every time I knock on me neighbor door,
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I hear it.
Again.
The NDP over yonder. Every day they sit down and wonder. Them a plan to get rid of labor, but this time is brimstone and fire. Labor coming stronger and better. So I'm going to call out me neighbor. Neighbor. And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear it. And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear it. Comrade that you do, knocking boom.
Let we see the six for the comrade. Let we see the six for the comrade. The general is home.
And my people, and every time I knock on the neighbor door, I hear it.
You sound good, South Rivers. You sound good. You sound good.
I hear it. Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. We build a boat, them a come blow. We build support, them a come blow. We run with NDP people. We bat you do nothing boom, boom, boom.
Let we hear the horns for the comrade. Blow your horns for the comrade leader. Let the trumpet sound for the comrade. The general is here. The general is in South Rivers. Comrades of labor, people of South Rivers, you have given us a gift in Dr. the Honorable Ralph Gonsalves. You have given us a precious treasure in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because once upon a time, when Comrade was only in his 30s, South Rivers was the community that was voting faithfully for Ralph Gonsalves before anybody else in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
After this them dead, dead. After this them dead, them dead. After this them dead. When the bell ring, the whole of them dead.
Before we were voting for the comrade anywhere else in the country, we were voting for the comrade in South Rivers. And if it wasn't for the strength and the vision and the energy that you gave to the comrade back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, said the comrade may not have run and become the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we owe South Rivers a special debt of gratitude. We thank South Rivers for supporting the comrade when he was just getting started. We thank South Rivers for lifting him up and training him and making him the leader that he is today. We thank South Rivers for sharing Ralph Gonsalves with the rest of North Central Windward and the rest of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we give you now to address his home base, where we know he will get almost every vote in South Rivers. The great man, the great general, the comrade leader, the Prime Minister, Comrade Ralph in South Rivers. Talk to your people.
Great men who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights. Recall Bob Marley, who's been fighting for our rights. Recall Rodney Price, he's been fighting for our rights. Recall Burning Spear.
Comrades and friends of South Rivers, and those who have come in to visit us this evening here at the square, I'm happy to be here. As you know, every night I have 3 or 4 meetings to speak at. I spoke first of all this evening at Barbados, and I'm here now. No, I ain't tired at all. And I'm asking Camilo to go down to Walvaro where I'm supposed to also be there, but I may not make that. When I leave here, I will get the tail end by Mongadan, by Saboto. Because we are one team, and we have to help one another. Now, when the meetings used to start at 7 o'clock, it was possible to do 4. It's becoming more and more difficult to do 4. I did 4 last night. But they start at 8 now because people hardly turn out these days before 8 o'clock. I want to begin tonight this conversation which I'm having with you to reaffirm to you my love and commitment. You elected me, first of all, on the 21st of February, 1994. It is almost 32 years now that I have been your parliamentary representative. I am not so much a politician to you. I am your friend. I'm your comrade. I'm your brother. I'm your uncle. I'm your father. I'm your grandfather. Our relationship has never been defined by politics. We have acted through politics in many ways. But as you know, and all the comrades know, that when I come to South Rivers, any shop that I go to, or any home that I go to, I don't begin by talking politics. I ask you, how you doing? How the children doing? How the family doing? 9 out of 10 times, it's you who raise politics with me. You ask me about this or that question. You come to me at the office of the Prime Minister. As you know, I am the only Prime Minister in the world that you can walk off the road and see. And if you're from South Rivers and Park Hill and Connery and Bellevue and Goss and Byra and Chester Cottage and Bronxtown and Georgetown and Chile, and you even go over to North Windward, all the villages, indeed all over the country, but North Central Windward and South Rivers would always remain very special in my heart. Together, we have learned something. That if we have a problem, we don't fight. We sort it out. We sort it out in the family of labor. And if even you're not within the family of labor, we sort it out with labor love. There are things which we have done in South Rivers we would not have been able to do if I were not Prime Minister. For instance, something which the young ones who come by, take it for granted. Let's take the playing field. There is no way that any Prime Minister other than the Prime Minister who was also the representative for this area would have built a playing field for over $3 million. or build the one in Park Hill for approximately 4 million, because that one is a larger one. One of our big achievements in this village, in this community, is to educate and train ourselves. Every one of us is born with certain abilities, and every one of us has goodness in us. Every single one of us has a quality in us. Sometimes we don't know it. But together, when we work, we bring it out and bring out the best in us. It doesn't mean that when we bring out the best in us that we are perfect, because none of us is perfect. But in 2001, I don't know if you had 1, 2 university graduates in South Rivers. I don't think so. Today, we have hundreds of university and college graduates right here in South Rivers. And without that training and education, the lives and living in those families would not have been at the high level as it is today. We have done a lot together in transforming our lives in South Rivers. I look at some practical things. I look at, and Broxy's here, he can tell you this. Other people too. Is Willis here? Willis was at church. Church is finished. Willis is here with us. Okay. But Willis will tell you something. And he has told this story over and over again. That in 2001, Broxy knows it, Roslyn knows it, Gaylan knows it, everybody here knows it. Even though if you were not alive then, or you were too young to know, there used to be 2 persons who come out from South Rivers who used to work in Tongue. Brooks, you remember the 2? Victor James, Marcus Jameson. I did the will. When I tell you it's family we're talking about, this is not a speech tonight like a politician. This is a speech, a member of the family. A lot of people here, their wills, I did them for free. Marcus' son, Victor, who used to work at the Treasury. The second, Montgomery, who came from up here, you know him. He went away subsequently and studied at university, but he wasn't then a university graduate. A.N. Nelson. 2 people used to work in Tongue. 2. Not 2%, you know. Ashel, 1, 2. And morning now, in the minibuses which leave South Rivers. And the cars which people own is dozens of people who leave here and go to work in the government, in the hotels, at the bank. Right from up here, we have several persons working in the bank. We have Chanel Day here, Chanel Amkin Day. Where's Chanel Day? What about Afia? Afia up here? Afia there, Shintong. Hey. This young lady here is Sonny Ball's granddaughter, you know. She has not only a first degree, she has a master's degree in banking and finance. That I could give several examples. With Velde. Velde? Well, I think Miss here just now. Vel is one of the pillars in the tourism authority in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And tourism is a new area of work. I'm calling out the names. There are others we can talk about.
There was good and evil. We chose good. Why raise the time of the Most High, ye sons of men? The rich man's wealth is in the city. Yeah. Destruction of the poor is his poverty. Lord, destruction of your soul is vanity.
At a higher level, and I'll mention somebody from Broxy family, Sabrina. Sabrina, I'm using examples. I could talk about all names all night, you know. I'm using examples and I'm coming to some other things. Sabrina, Glenroy Brewster daughter. She went to South River School. She came first in South River School. She's always a bright girl. She came the top student that year in North Central Windward. I wasn't yet Prime Minister. I used to give scholarships to the brightest ones in the community. She went to Girls High School. And when she went away to study, she got first class honors. She was a national scholar. She did her professional training in accounting beyond her degree. And one day, I called Sabrina. I said, I want you to go by the Musty Company to do an interview. She said, but comrade, I don't want a job. I have a very good job. I am now a partner in KPMG, the accounting firm. She's still in her 20s. I said, no, I know. I said, let me tell you the vision I have for you. I don't know whether it's the vision you want for yourself. I say, the vision I have for you, that you would be the first woman, and you would be the first black woman to become the financial controller of the Musty Company, the richest private sector company in this country. I say, you're going to do well at KPMG, you know. But I have a vision for you which is bigger than that. She said, all right, comrade, she go to the interview just because of me. She went, when she finished the interview, she said, I'm going to leave KPMG and I'm going to start to work with the Musty Company. And she's now the deputy financial controller in the Musty Company. You all know the South Rivers man? Fitzhuggins? Imami from up here, you know. No. Eminem, did you know that? You know that tonight? You see? You live on your lawn. Right down there. I ain't talking everything tonight, you know. I'm talking some things. Because the bond that we have, we must look out for one another. And I want to say to some persons who right now ain't get a house fixed yet, who ain't get a piece of land yet, believe me, I will make sure that your houses get fixed. Those who ain't get a fridge and stove and washing machine yet, I will make sure they get them. When we give out land, for instance, we have 70 lot of land to give out and they got 400 people. The piece of land down here, opposite where we bought from Vincent Beach family. We will get some lots there. We have to build up an area with a back wall. And that land is going to be extremely valuable. And you will get it. I will divide it up. And right across from that land is going to be the biggest and best village clinic that they have anywhere in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Lord, give us strength, oh, never let I fail.
I done by the land. You remember? All you remember who used to live there? No, I'm talking to Mr. Han. He was a policeman. You know he had a child. You know he had a child with a family of mine who was a policewoman. The daughter is a policewoman, retired. She live at Byra. Listen to me. Like Peter there? All right, Peter. No. I am, one of the things, I'm glad that Ashel Morgan is here. Because she's interested in representing the people somewhere in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And she will become a representative of the people. But I'm glad that she's here so that she will see the relationship between a representative and his people. How you have to know the people. Willis tells this story. Willis tells me the story that in 1989, when NDP won all the seats, He said the day after the election when NDP won all of the seats, including winning this seat, with a minority of the votes, when the majority split up between me and Vincent. When I came in to tell people thanks, Rayford De Silva, of blessed memory, Rayford said to me, comrade, you don't see you should done with this thing. You don't see you should done with this thing. The people ain't like intelligence. They want people who fooling them. Done with this thing, comrade. Concentrate on yourself and forget all of them. You know how Rayford used to talk? Eh? Your grandfather. You know how Rayford used to talk? So I said, no. In time, I said, South Rivers will understand fully, and the whole country will understand fully. He said, comrade, no. You're wrong about that. My advice to you is to done with this thing. And Willis tells me that he and 3 or 4 other little boys came out in the road, not in short pants. Because remember, you know, from the time I was a little boy, when you're a small boy and you're coming out in the village, you come out either naked, little Charlie dangling, or you might have on a little later on, you have on a little jockey short. Yes. Broxy, they used to call yours mullet. No. I tell you, this evening is a different kind of meeting. This is a family gathering, and the patriarch in the family talking. No. I turned to Rayford and said, I can't stop. If I stop, what will happen to these boys? Who will help to look after these boys? And Willis told me that he remembered as a little boy that conversation up to today. And he, Willis, a little boy, grew up to have a first degree and a second degree. He has been here as the pastor in the Emmanuel Baptist Church, doing a fantastic job, a good young man, a good leader in the community. And also is an employee doing excellent work with the Ministry of Mobilization, dealing particularly with young men across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I will never forget. Sometime in December 2000, I can't remember who got married. There was a reception here at the South River School. There was a reception here. And there was a teacher who had gotten married. And 4 graduate teachers from the whole country, from the primary school, only 4 of them. Let the truck pass. Yes. Four university graduates from the primary schools. The only 4 of them in the whole country. They had come here for their friend wedding reception. And they buttonhole me They told me that they are the only 4 graduates in the country in the primary school. But the NDP government was not paying them as university graduates. The NDP was paying them ordinary because they said they have a degree in education, not in any special area for a subject. I say we'll have to correct that. And we correct that when we got into office. But the point I want to make here, Roslyn is the principal. Roslyn, you have how many students? About 150? 149. You see? Gomer, you understand how this thing go? It's a lesson too for my comrade sister, you know. And you have what, about 16 teachers on the staff? 14? You are 21, but not all of them permanent on the staff. You have set, and you have relief. They just move up to teacher 1 now. Okay. Well, out of the 21 of them, you will have about half of them, more than half of them being university graduates. And you will have another 5 or 6, if not 7 or 8, doing their degrees right now. How many you have with degrees? 9 and 5 doing. This is just a village with 150 students. Have more university graduates in the primary school system than the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines had in the 61 primary schools when we came to office.
Never lost my way, never turned full when I reach at the crossroad. Never lost my way, never see the hype and get confused. Never lost my way, never turned full when I reach at the crossroad.
No, there is, when you go anywhere all over the Caribbean, and you have a staff of 21. Wait, they moved them up to teacher 1 or teacher 2 since I made the announcements. Eh? Okay. In the independent speech. Well, they will get their first salary as such, as I promised, by the end of November. And by the way, salary is usually paid like a month like November, on the 27th and the 28th. But I can't have salary paid on the 27th because that is election day. So I'm asking them to pay the salary on the 25th and the 26th, not the 27th and the 28th.
You never find no one in this lifetime to love you like I do, so never mind.
No. You can go high, you can go low in this Caribbean. You're not going to find a school in the countryside. We have 14 out of the 21 teachers. That include you too, Roslyn, in the 9. I believe you will check it out. It's more than 9. Check it out, give me. I think you might have 11. Check it out. Remember some of them just graduate, you know. She continue. Give she a chance. Give she a chance. It's a family gathering, you know. This is not a public meeting. It's a family gathering where the patriarch is having a conversation with the family of labor. And those who are not in the family of labor, I just tell you to come home. Come home to the family of labor. And any grumble you have, is all right. We go sort it out. We will sort it out. You understand what I mean? We go sort it out. Just have a patience and a calm. We go sort it out. 11. Praise God. No. You know what I do? I check backwards from the list which I had when we had the graduation by the church. No. There is no place anywhere in the Caribbean other than in villages in St. Vincent where you have a staff of 21 teachers in a primary school with 150 students, where more than 70% of the teachers are graduates or studying for a degree at the university. That ain't happened by accident, you know. That ain't happened by accident. I believe your father listening to me, you know, in Brooklyn. I believe your father listening. I believe Chris listening to us in Brooklyn. Chris, if you're listening, send a text message, get them fellas on the phone, tell me you're listening.
When the days are dreary, when I'm cold and weary, Lord, give me strength that I can pray. And when I'm tossed and tempted, and your will, Lord, is just not my will. Give me strength, dear Lord, to face another day.
No. This matter of representation of people, it comes from the head, but it very much comes from the heart. And you have to love. And I want to repeat it, what I say all the time. You can't love in the general. You have to love in the particular. Because if you love in the general, there is no joy and there is no pain. Love in the particular brings immense joy. But also, if there's a disappointment, it could bring pain. The important thing is that we must always have between us a constancy of love. And any problem we have, we sort it out among ourselves.
If this is love, my dear, welcome to my world. Then let us share the good times together. It's only one world. Let's share it together. Cause all my eyes can see is you, my dear.
I want to tell you this. There are people who have gone before, who have struggled with us, we have to remember. A lady we just buried, Alban Pereira, former wife, widow, sorry. I found out from her son at the funeral. In fact, the day before the funeral. He told me the story that I didn't know she was so strongly supportive in 1989. She said the night of the elections, when NDP won all the seats and I lost here, Francis found, her son, found her in the back of the house. They sit down, crying. She say, she ain't mind NDP win back the government. But Ralph should have been there to keep them on their toes. And she cried for that. And every home in South of us, almost, you have something like that. Almost every home. And we have to remember them and the struggles which we have gone through together. And we have transformed this country for the better. We have transformed it. The economy is 4 times richer than it was in 2001. We had 21% unemployment. You know, I have 9% unemployment. You had dirt poor poverty of 26%. It is now under 5%. You had undernourishment of 22%, and also undernourishment with children. One of the best school feeding programs in the entire Caribbean is right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And one of the best in the country is right here in South Rivers. We have here nearly 100% of the children from early childhood, from age 3 to 5, and those in the primary school from 5, everybody eating at this excellent school feeding facility that we have here. One Roslyn tell me, Roslyn is still 50 cents a day or $1 a day? $1 a day now. $5 a week. That is all. A nutritious meal. These things don't happen by accident. You know, of course, about the big things. The airport, the hospital. You know all of these things. The port. But I'm talking about things on the ground. Those big things affect you positively, but we pay attention to a lot of the small things which are on the ground. Once you shelter, I go talk. Don't worry. Some gone in the shop. What are we going to do now? Between now and election day. I want to talk a little bit of politics. When we began this campaign, the NDP began without a philosophy, without a vision, without policies, without plans, without programs. What they started with were gimmicks. They go spend $60 million giving away something here, another $60 million there, another 15 there. And I told everybody, they're scrambling. Their sums don't add up, and the people will show that their sums don't add up. I said, and before this campaign finish, because they don't have policies and plans, they will always be trying to roll out gimmicks. And I said they would roll out one gimmick too many, and people would laugh at it, and that will be the end of the gimmicks. And then they bring this gimmick that if you got a picnic, they go give you $500. Breed for $500. And the women and men across this country rejected. Say how he could insult us like this. They say apart from the fact that NIS is already doing more than that. Apart from the fact Ministry of Mobilization is doing far more than that. Because we pay for, if you get put out of your father's house, or your boyfriend threw you out after you have the baby, we provide housing for you until we get you on your feet. We provide money for you. We provide pampers for the baby. In fact, before that, you know how much it is to deliver a baby at the hospital in St. Vincent? $30. And I always tell the people in America who are listening to me, it costs $11 to deliver a baby in St. Vincent. In America, you need big insurance. And if you don't have the insurance, you have to pay big money. In St. Vincent, $11, 30 EC. And you get all your prescription them free. What are they to stay in the hospital? And you get tea, breakfast, and dinner. $10. $4 US. That's what happening in St. Vincent under the ULP. You see, so when the gimmicks for the NDP fail, what are they resorting to now? Scandal, lies, make up stories. And it is going to get worse before the election is over. But you must not allow the NDP to divert you from your necessary and desirable victory under the ULP so that we can lead this country to a first world nation status with a quality of life and living like New York, London, Paris, and Toronto.
Bad mind, keep your distance. No hypocrite can be my friend. If them know,
I want you to realize that before this campaign is done, when there are falsehoods and make-up scandals and all kind of commerce, when all of that fails, some of them will resort to violence. And you have to be on the lookout for that. Broxy, their campaign falling apart. You can see it. Everywhere we go, people are turning out in large numbers. But that's the point. They're under pressure, Broxy. They're under pressure, Ian Cummins. They're under pressure. Listen to me. I just want you to keep your focus. Tomorrow is the last day for registration. The special registration period. Young people in the area, I want you to go with your ID card. Sorry, I want you to go with your birth certificate and get registered tomorrow. Where's the registration center tomorrow? Where's the one tomorrow here? Is Georgetown here to go tomorrow? Okay. But you go and get registered. Because if you don't get registered tomorrow, you ain't going to vote. No. South Rivers, we have produced through the education revolution and the development of individuals, high quality persons. We have A man like Santos, who was principal of North Union Secondary School. We have others who have come out here who are principals. Roslyn is principal here. Well, though Shireen Wilkinson is really originally out of McFarlane, she spent so much time in South Rivers, you could also count she as a kind of a South Rivers woman. She's the principal at North Union Secondary School. We have medical doctors who have come out of up here. We have had scientists, land surveyors, civil engineers, Aluko. You remember? Aluko just rung. Yes. Of course I sent him Cuba. And he built the airport. You hear, comrade? No. Gary Matthias, athlete and accountant. We can be just calling the names and so on. Those things ain't happen by accident. And I keep in touch with those who overseas. Look at our national scholar which came out of here. You know who keep in touch with me all the time, Aaron John? All of this is showing us what we have done in this community together. And one of the things with us, we are not up here, we are not stuck up. Because we come from the bowels of the people, from the earth. But one of the things, who this prison warder coming to deal with today? Oh, you're going to make sure me not fall down. Thank you very much, girl. Police officers in leadership position. Glenn Wright Buster, former deputy commissioner. What about those who are immigration officers? What about Carlisle Data and others? She there? Where's Shereen there? She been there just now? Well, as the when you talk about rain, we in South Rivers, we have been through the fire, we have been through the rain. We have no desire to go back under NDP again. Well, that was my darling. That's one of my darling. That was one of my darlings. That's one of my old darlings. Lena was one of my old darlings. Look, we owe it to ourselves to build up ourselves together. And the young ones, them to make sure they get all the opportunities. The nurses who come out of up here, and many nurses and nursing assistants who come out of up here, they will not have been able to be nurses unless the free education which we're giving them and the $1,000 we were paying them a month to go to school. Kia there, Kia there, she can't sleep. No, these are things which you have to pay attention to. You think it's by accident that Geku bring a regional office here? GECU brought a regional office here because in South Rivers, the people of South Rivers, and Hainsworth will know it. I don't know if Hainsworth can't sleep yet. You remember you had the South Rivers Credit Union, the cooperative? And then they decide to dissolve themselves into GECU. That's why you have the headquarters here, you know, because they say this is a community of cooperatives. And as you know, I just talk about you. I just talk about you. Now he. Me not talk about he, me just talk about you. Me just talk about you, girl. Me just talk about you. That is one of our important immigration officers. You notice Ashel, the number of names I call leaving here in mornings. Yeah? No. You think it's an accident that GECU had to spend over $1 million to set up there the facility by the river, by River 14? And if you watch the investment which we put down here in Vinlek to make this plant more efficient to deliver electricity more efficiently and cheaply, to cut down on the extent of the importation of diesel, which is expensive. Sometimes the progress which we are making, we're not seeing, our eyes get so accustomed to it. It's human nature. Who that a Kamish there? Another university graduate working at the Ministry of Education. Top of the line woman. Then, I want you to tell me, who is the woman who sits in the cabinet room and takes the minutes of the cabinet and writes up the minutes of the decisions and send them out to all the government departments for action to be taken in relation to these decisions? Who is that woman? I hear you. Shelley Jewett. It's raining again, but it's all right. It's okay talking. No. When Shelley was a very young girl, Farm 2 level, Shelley got pregnant. But she got the strength in her, and because of the policies of the government, she did her classes, she went to university, she did her first degree, she got first class honors, she then did a master's. She's now a senior assistant secretary. There's one step to go for permanent secretary, and it will happen sooner rather than later. And she's the one who takes the minutes and directs the running of the government through the dissemination of the minutes. She's from South Rivers. She live up here, you know. You understand why North Central is so strong? Believe it.
All of you, love your curve and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, even when I lose I'm winning, 'cause I give you all. Give me
And I want to tell each and every one of you, if any time you have any occasion to be vexed with me, just remember, we are a labor family. And as the patriarch, there's a problem, we can sort it out among ourselves with a patience and a calm. You hear me? That is how we have to do it. Because together, we have traveled a journey and made immense progress. We can't go and throw it away now. You can't go and throw it away now. By having the NDP come. Friday is weak. He's indecisive. He's a fake. As I say, when the angels who give babies creative juices, on the day when Friday was born, all the angels were asleep. All the angels were asleep. Eh? Well, the point about it is this. He be face enough to show. He be face enough to show, but not pay him no mind. He got enough problems. You see the thing with Ian Bramble? They got surprised on nomination day. The people in East Kingston and the Northern Grenadines, if they vote for Bramble on Friday, respectively, they're wasting their vote, because if they were to win after the election, they will be challenged, and the challenge will be successful on the ground that because they are Canadians, by their own free voluntary act, they are not entitled and qualified to sit in the Parliament of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And on the basis of the decision in the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court of the Attorney General of St. Kitts and Nevis versus Dr. Denzel Douglas, their seats will be vacated. They will have to leave the Parliament. And the person who comes second in the election will be the parliamentary representative. That is the reason why you see we challenge them. So when Friday, say they try to challenge, they try a stroke, but they ain't succeed. We do that to put everybody on notice. And we're making it a campaign issue. So everybody knows about it. So that they can't say they were ambushed later why you didn't object at the time. You see, man?
You dirty hypocrite, you're gonna pay the price someday. Hypocrites, all of you hypocrites.
What you need? A sewing machine? What kind of machine you want? Or the washing machine? Oh, all right. Well, here now, the comrade sister raised a very important issue. In 2001, almost every single home in South Rivers, the women either used to go a river, go wash their clothes and sap out the clothes, or they have a sink by the side of the house where they're washing. Those who were fortunate to have pipe-borne water by the house. Nowadays, I would expect that in South Rivers, more than half of the homes in South Rivers have washing machine. Yeah. But, you know, you go get, those who not get yet, go get. Don't worry. Just hold your fat. Hold your fat. Hold your fat. That's the point. I've given out between the end of last year and this year stoves, fridges, and washing machines across the country amounting to $2.5 million.
So I'm giving you the best of me. I'm giving you the best of me. I'm giving you the best of me. I'm giving you the
And the stores in town can't order them fast enough because we're buying them and giving them away. And because of that, there's a, I don't know if it's tomorrow, the boat going to come with about 300, maybe 400 of the stove them to assemble them here, order them out of Guyana. And more and more and more. I have a waiting list about 2,500. But I tell everybody, but the larger point I want to make, in 2001, the prevailing philosophy, Carmen, you know this? The idea you used to have coming in to the government then, the NDP government, that women must be barefoot, keep them barefooted, keep them ignorant, keep them pregnant, and keep them in the kitchen. Under the ULP, the women ain't barefoot no more. They got stylish shoes. They only just buy in tongue. They go on the internet and they buy with a credit card, the bank card from Amazon. That is what the stylish young woman them do. So there's no barefootedness anymore. And they're ignorant because everybody go in secondary school. And where you have only 450 in the whole country, used to go to community college, you now have 2,700 going to community college, 6 times. And those who can't manage it by themselves, we provide support for them. I have a lot of program which gives out over $500,000 a month to students going to secondary school and community college, to pay the transport and the food, the lunch. All of those things you don't hear anything about. They are so deeply ingrained in ULP action that everybody now take them for granted. And people all over the Caribbean want to imitate them. Count your blessings. Name them one by one. I want you on election day to come out in your numbers early. Anybody who say, Ralph don't win already, so it no matter. No, you have to turn out and vote. We need to have the big majority. Please, we need the big majority. We need the big majority. And what I want you to do, I want you here in South Rivers and Park Hill and Canary and Bellevue and Goss and Mangrove and Byron, Chester Cottage and Georgetown to help in North Windward to bring home North Windward stronger. And also, we normally, Broxy, you know, you always go over and help Zabi or down in South Central Windward. And when the comrades go on the road, when Colin go on the road, I don't want Colin only just to stay within North Central. I want him to go all the way down to Bayaboo and go all the way up to Fancy. That's how we have to do it when you move with the truck. We have to make sure we continue to win all the seats. Look, on this side of the island, remember this. let me make this point to you. There is no way NDP can win the election once the Labour people turn out to vote. Because from West St. George, the 7 seats from West St. George to North Windward, there's none of them we can lose. And then the one in Central Leeward, there's a bastion. We can't lose that either. And there's 8 already. And we add in back Carlos, which is 9. And watch out for Grenville, which is 10. Watch out also to Luke Brown. And look down in the Southern Grenadines, and others we are looking in the final week. When we finish this election, we must have a bigger majority than ever before. And we must have, in terms of the numbers of people overall, that we must have the majority of people who vote, apart from the majority in the seats. And the grumpy old men in the NDP will be no more. And I then leave it proper to the younger men and women in the Unity Labour Party to carry out the vision which we have to go to a first world nation. I want to tell you this. I want to tell you in South Rivers first. A couple months ago, I wrote the government of the United States. I want to make this announcement in South Rivers. I wrote the government of the United States of America, requesting of them that they accord St. Vincent and the Grenadines visa-free status to go to the United States, even for a month, 3 months. You could visit your family. I point out, we have it for 6 months in England. We have it for 90 days in Europe, and we don't abuse it. That though I know that President Trump has a stance against certain types of immigration, that we in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are here peaceful. We don't abuse the visa-free status going to the UK or the 27 countries in Europe which we negotiate. And that our passport is one of the 3 best passports in the Caribbean. We are in one group, Barbados, Bahamas, and St. Vincent and Grenadines, and we don't sell our passports. And I have been in communication at various levels of the government of the United States of America. I don't know if we're going to conclude anything before the election. But one thing for sure is that the government under Comrade Ralph will pursue this matter about a visa-free status for us to go to the United States without a visa for limited periods of time. You would have to go for your usual other things if you want to stay there longer and so forth. Because if you could get visa-free status to go to America, to go and see your family, you just buy your ticket on JetBlue and go see your family and you come back. Just like man do it now in England. Man and woman do it when they go into England. You see, the way I think is this. When President Trump trying to clamp down on immigration from a number of countries in Latin America and other parts of the world, you don't see St. Vincent name mentioned there because of the strength of our passport and what we do here. I say, well, they mention our name in anything bad. I should really take the chance to see if I could make a little headway there. You overs, comrade? Yeah. Whereas the NDP want to sell our passport, sell our citizenship, and that will bring completely to an end the opportunities for persons to go to the United States, to go to Britain without visa, or go to the 27 European Union countries. And if St. Vincent and the Grenadines start to sell passports and citizenship, your visa to America will be in jeopardy. Our corresponding banking relations will be in jeopardy. Western Union transfers will be in jeopardy. And you put that on top of the fact that Trump sees China, America sees China as a major rival in the world and right here in the Caribbean and Latin America. You know why everybody interested in the Caribbean and Latin America, and you have to put it as one? That's why we have to talk about it as a zone of peace and to have leadership to do things. Let me tell you the importance of this Caribbean and Latin America. First of all, it's the favorite spot for Americans to come to enjoy as tourists anywhere in the world. Secondly, there is oil in Venezuela and gold and copper, and oil and natural gas and gold in Guyana. And then, you ever hear about a commodity called lithium? Lithium. Lithium is required for all advanced technology equipment. Look it up when you go home. Lithium. Lithium. There are 3 countries in the world. 3 countries. They are in Latin America which control 60% of the lithium. Argentina, Chile, and Bolivia. And then the lungs of the world is Amazon, the Amazon forest. Because of global warming and climate change, the trees in the Amazon, they suck up the carbon dioxide. If you don't have a lot of trees, you'll have more problems with breathing. So the Amazon is important. I want to tell you also what is important. Water in Latin America and the Caribbean. Though some countries in the Caribbean are water distressed. We have in Caribbean and Latin America 31% of the fresh water in the entire world. This place, this region, has to have a mature relationship with the United States of America. That's why I'm telling America and I'm telling Cuba and I'm telling Venezuela, you all have some problems. Talk about it maturely. Everybody has to try to live together in peace and harmony. That's why we talk about the area as a zone of peace. You don't hear any discussion like this taking place with the NDP. Foreign policy is something very important. And you know who paying to run the NDP campaign? The people who want to sell our passports and those, and the companies from China. You hear, comrade? And now, some developers in at least one island in the Grenadines, because I want to take back some lands, all of a sudden, they start to have meeting with Friday. Well, when they have a meeting with Friday, nobody knows until I made it public. I made it public. And Friday say, yes, he meet them. He preparing for government. preparing for government, prepared to sell out St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And you could imagine that kind of conversation. I don't have to read and spell you. And they're trying to see if they can get as much money as they can, to see how they can win this election with money, with gimmicks, and with falsehoods. They ain't got no policy. They ain't got no plan. They ain't got no philosophy. They don't have any vision. This democracy depends on you. I've been talking now for how long? More than an hour? I'm really sorry about that. You fed up of me talking? Believe me, let me go and show me face by Sabi now. You want me to go show me? Find out if Sabi done. Find out if Sabi done. You know what I mean? We had, yeah, once Sabi is there, we can go and visit Sabi. Sabi, let me find out. I want to see in South Rivers, we get the highest percentage of votes out of any community, in any village, anywhere in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want us to get 90-something% of the vote in South Rivers. Please. Good night. We have a good time and may God bless us. On the 21st, sorry, not the 20th, on Monday, I changed to that, the 21st. I was going to have a Red Lime and a session in Park Hill, but because that is the time when we have the song competition, on Monday evening, I want us to have a Red Lime and meeting in Park Hill, and I'd like you to come over. But before that, on Sunday at Canary, we're going to launch the manifesto. And we are also going to launch the document entitled Developing SVG as a First World Nation. Putting a lot of information in your hands so that you could see the vision, the policies, and the plans for the Unity Labour Party. And by the way, you watch me, let me tell you how serious about this thing and my obligation to you. Because I love to eat from Mary, Jane, Elizabeth, and Lucinda. Everywhere I go, they give me food. So I put on some weight up to in June. But on the 4th of June, I decided, by the time I make up my mind that I'm going for election in November, late November. So I start to lose weight, eat properly, and exercise. And tell Mary, Elizabeth, Jacinta, and Lucinda, don't give me no food. Don't give me no food. And between then and now, I lost over 50 pounds. You see it? And I feel good. I'm strong. I have a lot of energy. I have good genes. My brain tough. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's subtle. It's sharp. And it ain't weak. It's strong. And the body is feeling good. And you notice the other night in Bayaboo, when Luther wanted me to go down, and I go down, and I come in up back, he was worried, he put his hand by me, and notice I knock his hand away. Wait, what more? Once I go down, I must be able to come up. I know some man can't come up, but I come up.
For your mercy never fails me. All I did. Oh, I will
God bless
sing
you. We're going to look for Sabi. We're going to see you more. Thank you very much.
all my life you have been faithful.
Give it up for the comrade. Let me hear your hands.
And all my life you have been so good, yes.
In you for a few more minutes. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming. Very good crowd. Good meeting. See you again soon.